So again, very good evening. We start with today's internship meeting, and the goal of today's meeting is to complete all the pending presentation that are there. And if you have not received score, you can let me know with the date and the name of your presentation. We'll send the scores. And if your presentations are pending, then today we had a meeting at 10 a.m. in morning, 10 a.m. to 2:30. We conducted a lot of presentation. We will also conduct meeting tomorrow 10 a.m. to 2:50 or 2:30. That is my time of availability. You can join at any time during that time period. I will take your presentation. As well as we will have presentation right now. And we have Mr. Akash Lamba. You can also join his meet. Akash, is there anyone in your meet? How many people are there?
Right now, I think there are four people.
With raised hands, right?
Yeah, with raised hands.
Okay, so you can take that. Can you share the link in this chat?
Yeah, I'll just share it right away.
Yeah. Okay, so he will share. If you're I will take 7 to 8 presentation because by then it will be already 9 p.m. I believe. Like 9 people can stay here. And if your name is after 9 people, then you can click on this link and join his meeting. You can give a presentation to him also. Okay, Akash, you can leave now. Please start your presentation.
Okay.
I will start here. Yeah. Okay. So we'll start with raised hands. So first we have Devansh. Yeah, Devansh.
Good evening, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Sir, I didn't have my presentation was scheduled after I click on the new task option. I have informed you previously that I got a task of full stack, and although I am in a Python programming group. So today I came here to inform you that, sir, I didn't get any new task. So please provide me that.
Did you post it in Trello in common group?
No, I sir posted the doubt, but then the sir said that that task is over now. You can move on to the next task. But I didn't get any task, and the presentation was scheduled. So I said I should inform to you. I think that I thought that.
No. You need to inform to him in the Trello. Let him know that you received wrong task. Okay, and he will assign you right task. Tell him that you have already completed previous task. Have you given presentation for last one?
No, sir. That videos that were given on the YouTube for Python programming, I have completed. Means 5 are left due to some errors. So sir has said to move on the new task, but no presentation was asked from me. And
okay,
till now I have given.
then you can confirm with him that you have that issue. You told him to move on to next task, but you have not received the task, and the task that is assigned to you is from the full stack, and you are from Python. Then he will assign you right task. Okay.
And sir, what about the scores? It was said that on 20 it will be final. So what can be done about that?
Yeah. The task scores are sent by the internal evaluation team. Okay, and this meeting, that is presentation scores, are sent by the Scrum managers team. Okay, so you have not given presentation. We are not responsible for the score. For the task score, you can ask him. He will give you the scores. Okay.
Right, sir. So what about the presentation? Means I was not asked to give any presentation about that task. So I was talking about that.
When you have completed the task, okay,
Yeah.
then you just need to make a presentation of how you have completed the task. What are the things that are in your task? Suppose you are told to create an SMTP, okay, SMTP email. So you can just make a presentation like what is SMTP, how to, what are its uses, how you have done the SMTP task, okay, and what are the other limitations based on this kind of thing, okay.
Irrespective whether it is asked or not.
Yeah, you can do it if you want scores. Okay, the more presentations you have given, the better your scores you will get. Okay, because there will be more scores. So suppose in your next task you give a presentation but you receive low scores. Okay, so this your first task will be slightly easier than other because it's fundamental task. And if you receive more scores than this one, then it will be helpful for you later for getting promotion certificate.
Okay, sir. That will do. So I will inform. Sir, can I give the presentation tomorrow of the task I have done in a cumulative way?
Yeah, sure. You are free to do it. You can join between 10 to 2:30, or you can contact me on WhatsApp. Okay.
Yes, sir. I will do that. Yes, I will do that. Sure. Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. So we'll move on to Debashish Barad.
Hello.
Yeah. Your internet is not stable.
Hello.
Yeah, now it is stable.
Okay, sir. Sir, actually, this is my first task, and I was assigned in 15th, sorry, 14th April, but there is no time. So, sir, and I have a doubt, like how I will get task code. Like I have to post that in Trello.
No, in the technical chat. And if you don't receive any reply from the technical chat, you are free to post it on Trello. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So you don't have any presentation to make?
Yes, sir. I have presentations
So when will you give the presentations?
today, sir.
Then start
Sir,
your presentation.
post teachable that
Yeah. Yeah.
skills. Sir.
Sorry. Try again now. Yeah, please start.
Yes, sir. Uh, Hello, good evening, everyone. Myself Debashish Barad. I am from Java developer group, and my task is overview of project synopsis in stock trading application. So here are the outline. We will cover introduction, primary goal, and user experience, key features, payment and currency option, customizability and integration, then conclusion. So first of all, we need to know what is stock trading application. So the stock trading application is a software system that allows user to buy and sell stock in real time using user-friendly interface. So the stock, we all know that we all familiar with trading, right? So there is application that they are user-friendly and we can buy and sell stock in that application. Application is built with Java and integrated with one second, popular stock exchange such as National Stock Exchange, which is known as NSE, and Bombay Stock Exchange, which is known as BSE. So, what is the basic difference between NSE and BSE? Here is a basic comparison between NSE and BSE. So the BSE is the oldest stock exchange platform, and the NSE is like comparatively new than BSE. So BSE is founded in 1875 and NSE is founded in 1992. I know all of you hear about the Nifty and Sensex. So these are the stock benchmark index. So there are around 7,400 companies listed in BSE and around 1,790 companies are listed in NSE. So all are there. Then the primary goal and user experience. So the primary goal of our application should be like we'll provide a real-time trading. Like we can trade at the time when the stock price is low, and we can sell the stock when the price is high. So we will be get profitable. Like the customer will be get profitable. So the application allow user to access real-time stock market data, their profile, portfolio, and they execute trade instantly, so that they can like link their account and trade very securely. So we have to provide secure and secure environment so that can they can trade securely. Uh, Next is key feature. The key feature of our application should be real-time stock quest, advanced chatting tools. Like we all know that in many applications there is chatting tool. Like if we have any problem, like if you will face any problem, we do post our queries, and then the bot will reply to that problem, and we will get some solution. So there should be a chatting tool, news alert, like when the stock price is high and when the stock price is low, there should be a news alert, and customizable watch list. Like we can add according to our preference. Like I'll like to buy Tata stock or any kind of company stock. So I can add those stock in my watch list, and I can get notification from that. So user can create personalized watch list to track specific stock and receive alert when the stock will reach correct price level. Like when the price is low, will receive notification, and when the price is going to high, will receive the notification. Then the payment and currency also. The application is integrated with various payment gateways like the UPI, net banking, and online wallet, so that uh, we can add amount as much we can in any time. The application also support multiple currencies to make the users very easily and global. Then the customizability and integration. The stock trading application is designed to apply high customizable, allowing financial institution to tailor to platform to their specific needs. And the application can be easily integrated with existing trading platform, risk management tool, and other financial software system. Then the conclusion. Overall, the stock trading application is a powerful and versatile platform that provide user with a convenient and secure way to trade online. Like obviously there is monetary transaction. It should be secure, right? So it should be very secure and convenient and in based on real time. So and it is built using Java. So that's why it is scalable and secure. If anybody have any question, then please ask. Thank you. Hello.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so it was a good presentation, but there was not in-depth, we want more in-depth presentation on it, like how you will create it with Java and how stock trading architecture will be made. Okay, we want that level, but it is good you listed out all the
Actually,
features.
this is my first presentation. Excuse me, sir. Actually, it's my first presentation, and like I didn't know how, like I don't know how many slides I have to make. So,
Not an issue, but remember it from next time. We need more in-depth content.
okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Other than that, it was fine. It was a really well-made presentation for an overview.
Thank you, sir.
And include the references, like where you have taken the references.
Okay, sir.
Is there any more presentations now?
No, sir. This is my first and like first presentation.
Okay. Okay, thank you. We'll move on to next person.
Thank you, sir.
So, Kalyani Raut. Yeah, Kalyani. You have, I have already muted you. Correct. Yeah, I have muted you. Unmuted you.
So am I audible?
Yeah, just give me a second. Yeah, sorry about that. You can start now.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Kalyani Raut. I'm from Mobile App Development Group. My project name is TM Heart Rate App, and the task one was to understand the heart rate project requirements. So in this, we'll see an overview of the definition of mobile application, history of mobile application, the current state of mobile application, and the requirements for the given app. So basically, what is mobile application development? It is the process of creating software applications that run on a device, mobile device, and typically mobile application utilizes a network connection to work with remote computing sources. It involves creating an installable software bundles, implementing backend services such as data access with an API, testing application, and target devices. The history of the mobile application. The first public cellular phone call was made by Martin Cooper of Motorola on 3rd April 1973 in New York. There would be another 10 years of R&D, however, before the first cell phone would hit the market. Then the Precision EPU suite. It was first recognizable apps came with the range of handheld computers, mostly PDAs, that used the POC operating system. It was released in the early 90s. Then I have Palm operating system. It was emerged as a major rival to Precision in the PDA market with its cheaper and lower functionality ranges. This had a touchscreen graphical user interface and come with a raft of basic apps as well as tons of third-party apps programmed in C or C++. We have the Symbian. It was the Precision EPUC operating system, which was originally developed by Symbian Limited as a joint venture of Precision, Motorola. The operating system was almost in 2009, 250 million devices were running on Symbian. It was Nokia that really drove the development of Symbian OS. And the pros and cons between native apps and cross-platform apps. The native apps deploy multiple platforms. Then deployment to other platforms requires little additional investments in cross-platform apps. Then the writing of app source code from scratch for each platform in the native application. And in cross-platform, it reduces time to market. The code is highly reusable. Then developing an app for one platform can lose up to 50% of potential app users in native applications. And in cross-platform application, it promotes the app to different platforms, thus targeting larger audience of users. In native application, the design is simplified by services and provided by operating systems. Cross-platform environment developers have to add some features. Native developers usually cost more and difficult to obtain. Cross-platform frameworks are web-based and easier to find. The current state of mobile application development, then native and non-native frameworks like Android, iOS, Windows, BlackBerry. Non-native applications environment, Titanium Mobile, Phone App. The requirements for the TM Heart Rate app as a part of application, it should have like requirements like profile and personalization, push-up notifications, goal setting, healthy eating and calorie control, workout plan, wearable support, as it is a fitness application. So this is the diagram. Like so, Google Fit apps in mobile application. It needs device sensors and wearable devices, while web applications needed client device and web browser. Profile and personalization. It includes the like an application. It needs the profile of the user like height, weight, age, and if you want to create a fitness app with paid subscriptions or content, so in a fitness app, it should be more user friendly to provide clients with registration options and to connect them with popular social networks like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, etc. Push-up notifications and reminders. It allows the user to get information about everything that is happening in the application, and the important notifications and the like alarm, etc. Goal setting, motivation is a strong factor in building a healthy lifestyle. Thus, creating landmarks becomes useful for people in defining their way towards desired results. Healthy eating and calorie control. The correct nutrition plan is one of less importance, while fitness app development. Features comprises calorie tracker calculators, eating programs, suggested recipes, and many more things. Workout plan, the app should provide the workout plans uh, for particular users. Workout programs usually depend on user objects and their current progress. Then the journal records. It is important to know where you are and how time is there to reach your goal. Then wearable supports. Wearable support is essential for Android and iOS workout apps. It increases engagement level with workout tracking apps for Apple Watch customers are more likely to see notifications in time or quickly interact with the application in convenient situations. When you create a fitness app, it is good to consider the ability to connect the application with devices like TV users can watch and follow download workouts. Then conclusion, a fitness app enhance the brand value for company operating systems as well as it gives a user-friendly creation. Thank you.
I hope you are done with it.
Yes, sir.
Okay, can you just scroll up a little? Okay. See, you need to add Q&A slide and reference slide. That is a must. I believe you already know this. Okay, so you will lose scores for that. And other than that, see, you started with what an Android application, and then you transition to healthcare app. Okay, that doesn't really go well. Okay, it is not a good flow. See what your project is. It is a Android health application, right? So start with history of health application. Why health application? What are the other competitors in the health industry? Okay. Start with that background history of mobile app. History of mobile app is actually part of a different task. That is introduction to the mobile app industry, I believe. Okay. So the flow was not there. The work on your flow. Other than that, also it was not quite in depth. Okay, we need more in-depth introduction on this kind of thing. Okay, like how you will create it. When you receive a synopsis tag, imagine how you will create it. Okay, suppose you receive a synopsis, next task is create this app. How you will create it? You will not know. Okay, because you have not done proper in-depth analysis on this. Okay, so we want you to create a document which can like help you and help your team look at the document and create this application. Like if I have a health app, then I have the features. We have already provided with the feature what we need, profile, application, goal, and everything. Then start with UI. That is the first thing. Start with feature. So first feature is in any application. In modern application, who every company wants to have their own users. So start with login system. Okay, that is the first thing. Then see how your home screen will look. On the home screen, what features will be there. See how you can create those features, what are the requirements for those features, then see what are the other displays that you want in your application. There will be multiple display, right? It will move on to one to, if you click on second tab, it will go on to next one. Okay, there will be navigation or something. See how you will create that. Okay, we want that kind of understanding from you. This is like a introduction to mobile application or health app. Okay. But what we want is how you will create it. Okay, that is what we want, so that you are able to work on the projects that we provide you. I hope that it makes sense, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So see the work on your flow. Other than that, your explanations are good, but please try to reduce the amount of text you have in those slides. Always make it point wise instead of having text. And when you have a flow chart like this, Google Fitness Score and this, okay, See, explain it more clearly, because see, many people when they are watching the presentation, they are not interested in what is written in a textual format, but in a diagram or flowchart, because that is really easy for them to understand and follow. Okay, so focus more on that, I would say.
Okay,
Okay.
sir.
Yeah. Other than that, I would say it was a good presentation. It was okay. Okay. Then we will move on. Okay. Bhagyashree, Virendra Pratap. Virendra Pratap Kharwar, you can give your presentation tomorrow. Not an issue. Yeah, Bhagyashree.
Sir, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay.
Turn on camera.
Yes, sir. Sir, is my screen visible?
No.
No? Please wait a minute.
What is your topic?
Sir, to learn about scientific analysis group.
How many presentation you have remaining other than this?
Sir, only this is remaining. My third presentation is scheduled for tomorrow, and I have completed one.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you have completed. Was it
Sir, is
Caesar
it?
Cipher?
No, sir, that is not my presentation. It has not
For
been.
tomorrow. Tomorrow.
For sir, tomorrow it is choosing the right Python web framework.
No, that is not your task. That is from Python developer group. You are from Java, right?
No, sir, I'm from Python group.
Then this is not your task. This is the Java group task.
Sir, it was actually allotted to me. I didn't know.
Yeah, that may be accidentally allotted. We have already put in mails regarding that. If you have received wrong task, then please let us know.
So, sir, I don't have to give this.
No, you don't have to give it.
Okay, sir. And sir, also about my tomorrow's presentation, I have asked on technical support to give it on some other day due to my exams. So, is it okay, sir?
See, you need to complete it before 20.
Yes, sir. Okay. Can I give it on 20? I asked it for 21st.
On 19th.
19th. Okay, sir.
On 19th, I am available from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. You can give
Okay.
it anytime.
Okay,
After
sir.
your exam is done anytime, because it will only take 20 to 15 minutes. Okay, you can
Okay.
give it anytime. Just ping me on the WhatsApp that you are ready. I will start the meeting. You can give your presentation, then you can leave.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay.
Yeah. So we'll move on to Palak. Yeah, hello Palak.
Yes, good evening, sir. Just a minute.
Turn on camera, please.
Yes. Good
Turn on
evening. My
camera,
name
please.
is. Oh, yes, I forgot.
How many presentations are remaining?
This is my third presentation, sir.
Other than this?
I have given two presentations. One was on elastic beanstalk, and other one was on S3 bucket. S3.
And how many tasks have you done?
7 tasks.
7.
Yes.
You need to create presentation for all the tasks. Okay.
But sir, you told that we have to give presentation for only those tasks whose confirmation mail we have received.
If you have completed the task, okay, completed it, then you need to give it to us, because in the recent mail that you must have received in last Saturday or Friday, it says that all the tasks that you have completed, you need to give presentation for that one, or all the scheduled presentation. Okay, so complete your scheduled presentation first, then I will confirm with sir, then I will let you know. Okay.
Okay, so could you please let me know how many presentations are remaining for me so that I can
I'll
confirm?
check. Just
Thank
wait.
you.
What is your name?
Palak Jha.
Complete name. that you have provided.
Sorry.
Okay, you have provided Palak.
Yeah.
Okay, so you are for the project curriculum, I believe you have given, right?
No, project curriculum is remaining because I thought project curriculum, the duration for project curriculum, it is a 2 month task. So I thought it is a wrong presentation or something because after the completion of all the tasks that is present inside project curriculum, then only I thought we are supposed to give presentation for that.
Yeah, you need to complete it first.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
it is okay if it is scheduled first, but you need to complete it first. Other than that, elastic mistake you have given, right? And
Yeah.
RDS you are giving right now.
Yeah, and I'm also given for S3.
Yeah, that is already processed.
Oh.
You can start with RDS.
Okay. So good evening. My name is Palak and I'm from Cloud Computing Group. The topic for my presentation is set up an RDS instance. So first of all, what do you mean by Amazon RDS? So Amazon RDS stands for Relational Database Service. It is a kind of web service that enables customers to set up, operate, and scale relational database in Amazon Cloud. So it provides many advantages as compared to on-premise relational database because it is more cost efficient. It provides resizable capacity for the DB instance that we host on using Amazon RDS. Then it also helps to manage common database administration tasks. So why we should choose relational database in AWS cloud over on-premise? The reason being it eliminates many tedious manual tasks that the user has to perform in case of on-premise relational database. These are the few database engines that are supported by RDS, like MySQL, SQL Server, PostgreSQL, Oracle, MariaDB, Amazon Aurora, and Amazon RDS Custom. Now I'm going to present a comparison between Amazon EC2 on-premise and RDS for relational database. So when we take the case of the database that is hosted using Amazon, using the on-premise database. So in this case, the user has to take full responsibility of server, operating system, software. So the user itself has to, the customer itself has to perform all the manual tasks. So it is quite tedious. Now, when we take the case of a database that is hosted on Amazon EC2 instance, it eliminates some of the tasks of the user because all the operations or all the tasks that are present below OS installation is taken care by the AWS itself. So it relieves the customer from some of the burden. So all the disadvantages of on-premise relational database and Amazon EC2 is overcome by Amazon RDS because Amazon RDS takes most of the responsibility of the task that the user had to perform while using on-premise relational database. So it eliminates various tedious manual tasks and it helps the user to focus more on their applications and user rather than performing the manual tasks. So it is clearly recommended to use Amazon RDS over the EC2 instance and the on-premise relational database. This is a table depicting the comparison between on-premise management, Amazon EC2 management, and Amazon RDS management. In case of on-premise management, you can clearly see that all the tasks from application optimization, scaling, high availability to OS installation, operating system patching, everything the customer only has to do. So some of the disadvantages of on-premise management is overcome by using Amazon EC2 management because here you can see the steps after OS installation is taken care by the AWS. So the disadvantages of both of them is overcome by using Amazon RDS. Here, as you can see, the customer has to only focus on application optimization and rest everything is taken care by the EC2 itself, AWS itself. So now I'm going to explain you some of the RDS concepts that are important. So first is the building block of Amazon RDS is the DB instance. So it is nothing but a database environment in AWS cloud. Second is the DB engine. DB engines are nothing but the relational database software that helps you to run the DB instance. And Amazon RDS supports different DB engines that I've already explained in my previous slide. Third, we have DB instance class. So each instance type has different compute capacity, memory, or storage capabilities, etc. So DB instance class determines the computation or the memory capacity or storage capabilities and different configurations of the DB instance. So in this image, you can see that there are 3 availability zones and with present in a same region. And within this availability zone, we have our Amazon RDS DB instance. So in there might be a case that our Amazon RDS DB instance might fail. So if different DB instances are present in the same region, and if one DB instance fails, there is a possibility that all the instances might get affected and none of the DB instance will be available. So to overcome this, the concept of multi-availability zone DB instance came into existence. In multi-availability zone DB instance, it creates 1 or 2 standby DB instances. And like here you can see, this is our main DB instance and this is the standby DB instance. So the standby DB instance is called as the multi-availability DB instance deployment, and it provides failover support, and but it does not help to read traffic. So this disadvantage is again overcome by using multi-availability zone DB cluster. So in this case, a DB instance has 2 standby DB instances, and it provides both failure support as well as read traffic operation. About RDS pricing, the user gets 2 purchasing options in case of RDS. One is the on-demand instance and other is the reserved instance. So in case of on-demand instance, the user has to pay based on the number of hours they have used the DB instance. In case of reserved instance, here the user does not have to pay on the basis of hours they have used. Rather, in this, we reserve a DB instance for a year or 2 or 3, and we get significant discount compared to the on-demand instances. So it is recommended to use reserved DB instance because it also helps to launch, delete, start, and multiple operations it offers. And also you get a heavy discount on the pricing. So to summarize, Amazon Relational Database Service is a managed SQL database service that is provided by AWS, and it supports huge number of DB engines like MariaDB, MySQL, etc. And it also helps to manage different database administration tasks as well. So these are the references that I have used. And in case of any question, please feel free to ask. Thank you. And I'll also show a demo. Okay. So to create a DB instance, we have to click on Create Database. Here, there are 2 options available for choose a database creation method. So I'm going to choose Standard Create. So based on so there are many engines also available, as I've already told. So I'm going to select MySQL engine. So it automatically takes the latest version of MySQL, that is 8.0.32. So for template, I'm going to choose free tier. here you have to give name to your DB instance. So I'm going to give name as DB3. You can here you have to choose the master username, and I'm going to leave it as admin itself. Yes, now you can either give your own password, or you can also generate a password. So I'm going to give my own password. So as I've already explained, DB instance class, it provides different configurations, like whether on storage capacity, computation capacity. So since I have chosen free tier, therefore only DB T3 micro is available to me. Rest, I'm going to leave everything to default. And for public access, since in my task I had to use MySQL Workbench, and it is present outside the AWS, so I had to make it public. So here in this for public access, I've chosen yes. Rest everything I'm going to leave as default, and then we have to click on create database, and it will take some time to get created. So that's all, sir. Thank you.
Okay, certainly it was good. Your explanation was good. You covered all the important points. Okay, but again, story-wise, it was not up to the point. Other than that, I would say it was okay. The demo was also very good, and you have included everything: conclusion, references, and previous time. Okay, but next time I would say I also include some kind of way to contact. Okay, like GitHub account link or your email address. Okay, at the end, that is more professional way of creating a presentation.
Okay.
When you will be creating more professional presentation, they are expecting you to include some kind of way so they can communicate with you at the end or at the start. Okay.
Okay, I'll take your suggestion seriously.
Other than that, it was okay.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. So we'll move on to Trisha Khatri.
Is my screen visible, sir?
Yeah. Yes, sure.
So, good evening, everyone. My name is Trisha Khatri, and I'm from the 3D Design and Modeling Group. My topic is Understanding Trademark Perfect Scan Product Requirement Specification. Here is what the machine looks like. Definitively speaking, it's a bioelectrical impedance-based body fat analyzer. Just a minute. Bioelectrical impedance-based body fat analyzer. We'll see the technical terms later, but what this basically is a body composition machine. How this works, we'll see later. What all does it calculate? First off, it will calculate your body mass index, which is a measure that relates your body weight to your height, and it will tell you according to that if you're under a healthy weight. Second, it will calculate your body fat percentage, which is pretty self-explanatory. It will tell you how much fat your body has. Third, it will tell you your basal metabolic rate, which is the resting metabolism of your body. That is how many calories you burn without doing any exercise. Fourth, it will tell you your biological age. Now, the chronological age of your body is how many days you've been alive, and the biological age is how old your cells and tissues are based on psychological evidence. But how do we use this? First off, we'll start the machine. You can see a basic diagram here. Here is the power switch. And then the weight reading would be 0.00 kg initially. So we have the display unit here. So here it will show you 0.00 kgs. You can either choose if you're already, I have a profile here from 1, 2, 3, and 4 buttons here. And if you don't, you can choose this guest option from here and insert the details. You'll have to set your age, sex, and height. Then you must now stand properly on the foot electrodes. You can see in this image here how this girl is standing. So these 4 here are the foot electrodes. You stand on these and you hold these grip electrodes and you stand straight. Your hands should be perpendicular to your body and you stand straight. The device will take approximately 30 seconds to give you the reading. First reading will show you your weight, and then using the next button on the this mobile-like device here, you can go on to the next readings. It will show you your total body fat percentage, and then it will move on to different types of fats like the visceral fat. Then you can go on to your resting metabolic rate, BMI, and biological age. We've seen the parts already. Now, why are we using it? Our target customer here are the healthcare professionals who are hired by, the cream of the society, people which have a lot of money, who can pay you to tell you, what kind of a diet plan and a workout plan will work for them. Now, healthcare professionals use this machine and they determine the BMI, resting metabolic rate, biological age, and body fat of their client. And according to all of that, they'll recommend their client a proper diet plan and a workout plan, and then they'll, regularly keep check so that their plan is working and if any improvements can be done. Now, how does it work? The basic principle behind this project is known as bioelectrical impedance analysis. Looking at this term wise, bioelectrical means electricity passing through a living organism, which in this case would be a human body. Impedance is the effective resistance of a circuit. Now, what we're analyzing here is electricity passing through a human body, which can be very dangerous. So what we do is we pass a very small amount of electric current, let's say 10 microampere, through the hand and the foot electrodes, and then we determine the voltage difference between the two electrodes. Now that we have the voltage difference, we can estimate the amount of water content in the body, with which we can determine the fat-free body mass, and we can use different formulas to calculate all the other values. Now moving on to the basic, idea behind this presentation, the product requirement. There are three basic objectives here. First off, we'll have to prepare a sample circuit and test it. We'll get the circuit printed on the industrial PCB next, and then we'll write the logical software. Let's look at each of these objectives in detail. Building a sample circuit. First off, we'll do a basic feasibility study and we'll determine all the components that are required and how we're going to do it. Then we'll build a sample circuit on a zero PCB with all the basic components. We won't take the components which are not very essential for the circuit. And then we'll test the circuit until we have obtained the proper circuit. Next, we'll get this printed on an, the logical structure would be, we'll isolate the signal coming from the microcontroller unit. And then this electric current, very small amount of electric current, would be passed to the human body. We'll obtain the voltage across the two electrodes. We'll isolate the current going back to the MCU, and then we'll display the output. Here are a few sample circuits. This circuit will isolate the current generated from the MCU. This circuit will determine the voltage across the two electrodes. Here, human impedance is the human body. The circuit will split the battery into plus 4.5 and minus 4.5 volt rails. And this circuit will again isolate the current going back to the MCU. Next, we'll print the industrial PCB. We'll assume that a 6-layer PCB would be enough for this. And then this circuit will be printed with respect to our sample circuit, which we developed on a zero PCB. And then we'll write the logical structure. We'll be using an Arduino board for it, which means C++ language will be perfect. And then we'll study all the requirements, we'll study the formulas, and then we'll compare all of these values with the original machine so that we can obtain the values as close as possible and our results are accurate. For example, the formulas for body fat are these. Obviously, the formula for males and females is different. For example, for males, body fat will be equal to 0.0923 into weight, which we have determined using the machine, plus 0.1605 into age, which we fed into the machine, minus 0.0263 into the voltage, which we again determine with the help of the logical structure. Same goes for females. Now, the software of this device is divided into two parts. The first is the real-time system and second is the MATLAB script. The real-time system takes the user input, performs the bioelectrical voltage analysis, and then gives back the output. The MATLAB script here creates a regression curve correlating body impedance and user body fat. What this means is it will take the body impedance, that is the resistance which the body provides, and according to the regression curve, it will tell you how much body fat the user has. There are 3 threads which work simultaneously here. First is body fat calculation thread. What this does is retrieves bioelectrical voltage through different what do we say, analog to digital converter, and then the second task it does is calculates body fat percentage through regression equations. The LCD communication thread, it will prompt user for information, and if the information is already there, it will print the values which we require. The third thread is the serial communication thread. It waits for user input, and then it puts this information to appropriate parameters. We have estimated the parts based on the basis of the original machine. For example, we require one MCU power supply, 2 whiteboards, 1 LCD, 16:2, and so on. So in conclusion, all that we do for this product requirements is we'll perform a feasibility study, we'll study all the requirements, we'll prepare a sample circuit with all the basic parts, and then we'll get the circuit printed on a 6-layer industrial PCB. We'll write the software logic, we'll assemble the machine, we'll test and debug until we have obtained the perfect product, and then we'll manufacture it. Feel free to ask any questions. Thank you.
Okay. Really good presentation, I would say, well explained, and one of the best presentation I have seen for this topic. So really well done on that. Is this your first presentation?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So how many tasks have you done?
Sir, this was my first task. My second task was to design this machine on a 3D software. I'm done with the design. I am just to make the presentation. Tomorrow is the deadline. I'll be done by tomorrow. What exactly do you expect me to put in the presentation for that 3D design?
For the 3D designing, it should be like, with respect to more on the 3D designing part, when you are explaining it, so that we can show it to, look other 3D designing people or for your teammates, so they can use it as a reference if they want in future. Okay. For this one, it was good because it was, I believe, project specification. You covered everything, important points. You started with how to use it, and then we have a good flow on that. Okay. So for next one, and if you want more in depth, okay, so you can tag Debashish on the Trello. Okay, he is the team leader for the 3D modeling. He can connect you with other people on 3D modeling, and they will let you know more, in depth knowledge on that, what we are expecting. Okay.
Okay.
So I hope you have Trello access, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you can ask them. Okay. So it was body composition 3D model project specification, right?
Yes.
Or understanding TM perfect product requirement.
The first one was product requirements, and the second is project specifications. But what the task instruction was to just make a 3D model.
Okay.
So I'm almost done with that.
Okay. So you can ask on Trello for more specification. They will let you know. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you for presentation. So we'll move on to Punyai Rohankar.
I am visible, sir?
Yeah. You are visible. Yeah, start.
Good evening, sir. My name is Punyai Rohankar. My project name is DRDO Cryptography and Cryptanalysis. Contents, introduction, terminology, algorithm, code, advantages and disadvantages, and last is conclusion. Let's see introduction to Caesar cipher. The Caesar cipher is a technique in which an encryption algorithm is used to change some text for gaining integrity, confidentiality, or security of message. Then in cryptography, there are many algorithms used to achieve the same, but Caesar cipher is the earliest and easiest algorithm used among encryption techniques. This algorithm PQ was named after Julius Caesar, who was a Roman general and statements. Then let's see the terminology. First is encryption. Encryption, the process of changing a given text or message to an encoded format using any encryption algorithm that it cannot be read normally and can only by access or authorized by an user. Then next is description. The process of converting the encoded or encrypted message back to its original form. In some algorithms, applying the same method can decrypt and encoded messages to its original form. Third one is plain text. The original message which needs to be sent to the end user. Fourth one is cipher text. The resulting messages form when an encryption algorithm is applied on the plain text. And last one is shift, integer between 0 and 25, which can tell us how many shifts will be applied on a character. In encryption, a given message will be transformed into another formatted message. To use the Caesar cipher technique, shift will be given to us, which will be applied to encrypt our message. Let's learn about with the help of above example. Suppose shift of 3, then each character of a message will be shifted to the next third character. The last characters like Y or Z will follow the loop and be shifted to A, B or C. With shift of 3, A is shifted to D and B is shifted to E. Formula for encryption with shift N is En x equals to x plus n mod 6. This means that any letter x is equal to x plus n, where n is the shift number and x is a character. Result will be taken under under modulo division. If there is a case where any character reaches to end of the alphabet, so that module will take character to the start of the alphabet. Then description phase. It will now we will process the cipher message which is encrypted by Caesar cipher to break it down which to its original message form. There will be shift key given using which we can shift each character back to the original message. Suppose encrypted text is C, D, E, F, 2 and 2 is the shift key. Then this means our original message is A, B, C, D. The formula for description phase is shift n equals to dn x equals to x minus n mod 26. Code for Caesar cipher. The program creates class name is Caesar cipher. A constant string alphabet containing 26 letters of the English alphabet, a function name encrypt that takes Q, a plain text and a shift key as input and returns the cipher text. The function converts the plain text to lowercase and replaces each character which fixed number of positions ahead of the original character by the shift key. a function named decrypt that takes ciphertext and shift key as input, returns corresponding plain text. To use the program, the user inputs a messages to be encrypted, which is encrypt. So, which is encrypt function with a shift key. The same ciphertext is then using decrypt function with the same shift key of 3 to obtain the original plain text. Here is the output. Next, advantages. Simple to easy to implement. Uses a single key, requires very few system resources. Disadvantages: minimum security, frequency of letter patterns, clue in deciphering the message. Conclusion: Caesar cipher is an encryption method that shifts letters by a constant offset of producing an encrypted message. Encryption: it is a process of encoding message using encryption algorithm. Description: it is a process of converting encryption message to its original form. A cipher is a method used for message encryption for various purposes. Thank you.
Everyone? Hello, are you done?
Done, sir.
Is there any more presentations? Because I can see that you have developing a RESTful web service API. Hello. You have one more presentation left. Developing a RESTful web API.
Yes, sir. This is the first presentation. Some reasons I couldn't schedule that presentation.
It is already scheduled. It is developing a RESTful web service on 30th March 2023.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So when will you give this presentation?
Sir, can I give one by one presentation from tomorrow? I start today. This is my first presentation,
Okay.
and remaining presentations are 3.
You need to complete it before 20. So by
20.
19. Yeah. So by 19 you need to complete it.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. So you have already done serious. Not an issue. So next is Aditya.
Yeah, hello. Am I audible?
Yes. You are audible.
Okay. So shall I start?
Yeah. Have you given presentation for the remaining tasks?
No. Actually, my latest task was stock data collection.
Okay.
Should I start?
Yeah.
Hello and good evening. I am Aditya Konnur and my task was stock data gathering and reprocessing. Stock data gathering and pre-processing and collecting NSE and DSE stock data through it. So the purpose for this task was to educate the audience on the significance of reliability of stock data Then highlight various methods and tools you can use to gather and pre-process stock data. Then emphasize the importance of data analysis in making decisions for stock market. So this presentation includes following contents: understanding stock data, second stock data sources, then third NSE and BSE stock data, fourth data visualizations, fifth program overview and steps, sixth code, and seventh limitations and risks, eight conclusion, nine referrals. So first of all, we go to understanding what stock data is. So first question that comes to mind is what stock data is and why is it important? So the stock data refers to the historical and real-time information that has been collected related to stocks, including the prices, volumes, and other relevant financial metrics about various products and companies. It provides insights into the performance, trends, and volatility of stocks. It enables informed decision making for investment strategies, risk management, and financial analysis in the stock market. The second thing about stock data is stock symbols, stock exchanges, and historical data, which are the main terms used in this stock data gathering. Stock symbols are unique alphabetic codes assigned to stocks that represent specific companies or financial instruments. Like here, a company name is, for example, Netflix Inc. Inc. Then the symbol turns to NFLX, and so on for other different companies. Stock exchanges are the marketplaces themselves where stocks are bought and sold. Then historical stock data. Historical stock data refers to the past performance and trading activity of the stocks, including all the prices, volumes, and other relevant information. And this is what we plan to actually gather in this task. Then next, stock data sources. That is, from where do we gather all this stock data? There are various sources or APIs available for gathering stock data. These sources are commonly used by various investors, traders, and financial analysts to gather and analyze stock data for various purposes in stock market. First one is Alpha Vantage, second one is Yahoo Finance. There are many, but these two are on the top of the list for stock data gathering. These are the symbols for those APIs. Then we come to what NSE and BSE stands for, and what are NSE and BSE stock data. NSE and BSE are the two very major stock exchanges present in India. NSE is National Stock Exchange, while BSE stands for Bombay. Is from 1992. In the India, and it is the newest stock exchange in India. Then BSE was established in 1875, which was the oldest stock exchange in Asia and is also prominent in Indian stock market. So this is NSE symbol and this is BSE symbol. Then we come to importance of NSE and BSE. The importance of NSE and BSE lies in their pivotal role in the Indian financial ecosystem. They provide a platform for companies to list and trade their stocks, facilitating capital formation and investment opportunities for investors. That is, they give a lot of opportunities in stock trading for a lot of investors. Then NSE and BSE play a crucial role in determining stock prices, influencing market sentiment, and providing liquidity to the market. Now we come to program overview and steps. That is the steps included in the coding process of this data gathering. First, libraries and constants. Then second, stock retrieving function that is implemented in the program. Third, dealing with null values. That is how to find and remove the null values. Fourth, data visualization. That is to visualize the gathered stock market data. Fifth, saving in CSV format for further pre-processing. Then we come to the first one, that is libraries and constants. Libraries and constants used in this program are requests, JSON, CSV, pandas, matplotlib, cbor, datetime, etc. These are all the programs you need for actually gathering the data. Request is used to send request to the API and collect the data from them. JSON is used to collect the data that is present on the API in the JSON format. CSV is used to convert the JSON format into CSV format. Then pandas is used for the pre-processing and using the data as data frames, and so we can pre-process it as we like. Then the matplotlib, cbor are the libraries used for data visualization. Datetime is an extra addition which is used for naming the file, the CSV file, so that same file name doesn't exist twice or thrice or etc. That is, every time we save, the date time is saved in the name itself. Then we come to used constants. The constants that are used in this program were API key, symbol NSE, symbol BSC, base URL, function, output size. These are actually used for the these are actually used to make the default value for all these variables, and we can change if we actually take input, and if there is no input, then these variables are only used. So we declare constants. Then we come to stock retrieving function, the actual function for retrieving the data from the website or the API. First, in this function, we join the actual variables that were declared above and make a URL out of it. Then request the data using the URL from the API. Then get the data in JSON format. Then we convert it to data frame using pandas library. Then arrange according to the index that is date time. And that's it. That's the function. Then dealing with the null values. Used functions for dealing with null values. Dot is null is used to check if there are null values in it. Then dot drop NA is used to drop the directly drop the null values that are present. Then dot fill NA is used to fill the null spots. Then we come to data visualization. So the data, the actual JSON format I gathered had no like null values that are above 50%. So the null values weren't placed here. If the different symbol is used in NSE and BSC, you can actually see that there are a lot of null values that is that are not recorded in here. Then we come to the actual plotting of the stock price. This is closing price for the NSEH symbol that I used, and this is a closing price to the date for the BSE stock price data that I used. So converting to CSV, the functions I used to convert the data to CSV is dot to CSV. This actually converts the JSON format into CSV format using using one of the data stream as a index. Then additionally, datetime library function has been used to save the name of the CSV file with date stamp. That is to save the CSV name, CSV file name with the date it was processed. Then we come to code. The program is performed in Anaconda's Jupyter notebook. So here is the code. So first of all, these are the libraries that I used. Request, JSON, CSV, pandas, datetime, matplotlib, and cbor. Then I declare the constants. The constants are used here to form the symbol. and this is the actual function for the data gathering. Here, request library is used to get the response from the API using the URL that we just made. Then we collected time series daily, that is daily stock price data. Then we loaded it into data frame using pandas library and arranged it according to the date. Here you can actually give input for the alpha vantage key if you have one, then NAC and DSC symbols, whatever NAC and DSC symbols you need, and then the function name as well. The function being time series daily, time series weekly, etc. So for NAC, this is the URL that just got formed. That is function is time series daily adjusted, and symbol NSEH output size is full. Then this is the API key. This is my API key that you can change if necessary. Then this is the BSC stock data URL. This is the same as above, just the symbol is changed. Then retrieve data display. This is the small sample of the data retrieved. First, this is the NSC data, and this is the BSC data. It has the following columns, and as you can see, there is a lot less null values. They are near to zero, but lot less null values. So here, the visualization is being performed. NACH stock prices, close price to date here, and then volume to date for the NACH stock data. Then close price and date according to BSC data that we gathered. Then volume and date according to the BSC data that we gathered. You can see here it is a lot congested here because of a lot of data due to because it is according to the dates rather than years or months. Then here dot is null function is used to find if there are any null values in the data that we just gathered. So you can see there is no null value present. That is, this is actually used to see if there are null values above 50%. So there are no null values above 50%. So we cannot remove those records. This is also used to plot if there are null values. This graph is used. This is a bar graph that is used to locate the null values, maximum null values, like where they are. If it is in open column or it is high column, low column, close column, etc. So there are no null values to be found in the retrieved data. Then if there are null values, we drop it with .drop NA, and then I visualized it again after dropping the null values. But as there were no null values in the data set, you cannot see any difference. Then display the final data set after the null values are removed. This is the data set for NAC, and this is the data set for BSC. Then I plotted stock price trend, that is NACH stock price trend, closing price and date according to closing price and date. Then BSC stock price trend according to closing price and date. Then I saved them to CSV format. CSV format name included the date stamp, that is it saves the data sets in CSV format and gives it a date stamp, that is today's date. So you can see here these data sets are formed according to today's date and time in CSV format. Next, we come to limitations and risks. As stock markets are influenced by various unpredictable factors such as global events, economic conditions, global events meaning corona pandemic, and economic conditions meaning like we see in Pakistan, there is economy decrease, and market sentiment that can impact stock prices. Historical stock data may not always accurately predict future price movements. It cannot actually consider those values, that is, for example, corona pandemic or economy decrease, etc. It can only it can only be uh, used to further process if there are no other factors that are actually affecting the stock. Then investing in stock market involves various risks, including the potential for financial loss. Then stock prices can be highly volatile, because stock prices can be highly volatile, and investors may face risks related to market fluctuations. Then there is conclusion. Hence we collected stock data from Alpha Vantage in order for future processes using the above mentioned resources. Then the data is based on daily series, so the visualizations are a bit congested, but they can be further used to dig up and use as the need arises accordingly. These are the references that were used for the task. Then we come to Q&A. You may ask any and all questions regarding the implementation as well as the results. Thank you very much.
I hope you are done with this.
Yes, it's completed.
Okay, so again, for scoring, like your hook was really good. The way you have created the presentation, your overall flow, I would say it was really good, as it has always been. But story was, I think it can be improved when we talk about the story. Like you did say like why we need stock data and everything, okay, but I think it can be improved. Uh, Other than that, your PPT was really good, but try to use better design so that you can use all the space efficiently. In your PPT, the text was really small, okay, which will it is not good for visibility. Your demo was really good. I really liked the demo, and the conclusion was there. References were there, and when you have a reference, try to explain what those references are. So what we can expect if I go to that reference. You had a really important reference of API key. Okay, it would be good if you can tell us like this reference is specifically for the API key. That would be really helpful. And when you have an API key or something like that in your presentation, try to hide it during the presentation. You can put access mark or something. Other than that, don't disclose it in public. And at the end, it is sir has told me anything that at the end it is really good and really professional thing to do if you have some kind of way to communicate you, like your email or GitHub link. Okay. So next time when you have a thank you slide, try to add your email or GitHub link. Okay. It will be it will not be just a bare slide with thank you. Okay. And other than that, the QA slide was also well formatted, I would say. Okay. Yeah, it is good. Okay, thank you. We'll move on then. Next is Shangameshwar. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. Yeah. Yes, Shangameshwar. Oh, wait, your camera is not visible. Yeah, it is visible now.
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Am I?
You are having some internet difficulties. I can't really hear you properly. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, now you are audible. Start.
Yeah, okay. So I hope my screen is visible.
Yeah, it is visible.
Yeah. Okay, so good evening everyone. I am Sanmeshwar from Python Developer Group. So I am here to give a presentation on the topic. First is Google crawler for digital
Uh,
marketing, followed by
Sorry to
sending
interrupt,
email using
Sangmeshwar.
SMT and Python.
Sangmeshwar, your
Uh,
PPT screen is not
yeah,
visible.
hello.
Your PPT screen is not visible.
Okay, let me see.
Yeah.
Actually, I am sharing the screen.
Yeah, but your PPT is not visible. I can see the Zoom screen.
Okay, let me share again. Sorry for interruption.
Yeah.
Hello, so now.
It's loading.
Oh,
I think you are having some internet issue. Okay, I will move on to next one. You can give after this person. Okay.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, please stop the screen share and fix your internet. Okay, Mayank, you can start.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please.
Is my screen visible?
Yes, you can start.
So I'm Malhotra. I'm from Digital Marketing Group. Yeah. So my topic is identifying and exploring digital marketing strategy for food tech business. So the contents of this slide are: what is digital marketing? Identifying and exploring digital marketing strategy for food tech businesses. There are different strategies. I'll explain these strategies in detail in conclusion and references. So what is digital marketing? Digital marketing is also called as online marketing. It is the promotion of brands to connect with various customers using internet and other forms of digital communication. These are the different strategies. I'll explain each of them in detail. So there's a PDF called industry classification benchmark. You can classify your business into various in which industry it belongs and various sectors it belongs. For the food industry, it belongs to there are various sectors such as beverages, food products, and various others. Then there are various subsectors. In beverages, they are distillers and soft drinks. For food products, there are food and grain processing, sugar, etc. Uh, the step two is identifying top leaders in the category of your business. So in food tech business, these are the top 10 leaders which are ruling the business. First one is Tech Food Limited. Second one is Balaji Wafers. Third one is Pikanewala. Fourth one is Haldiram's. Fifth is ITC Limited. Sixth is Pare Products. Seventh is PepsiCo India. Seventh is Yellow Diamonds. Ninth one is Urban Platters, and 10th one is TTK Foods. The third step is identify core customers, identify core desires of the customers. This can be classified into three types. First is wealth, second is health, and third one is relationship. Wealth means it provides you good health. Wealth means it provides you cashbacks such as lucky draws, uh, scratch cards, etc. Health, it provides you good health, and relationship, it builds a relationship with the product and the customer. Examples of health and wealth are, as you can see here, it's try not, pick not means it's not right, so you don't need no need to wait. You can save to consume and improve your health. Here you can see that Pura Paisa Vasool means if you buy this packet, you will get 10 rupees cashback. These are the examples of health and wealth. Moving on. There are two types of strategies: why and while your customer, how and why will your customers buy the product. There are two strategies. First one is move away from the pain, and second one is move towards the pain. Moves towards the pleasure. Sorry. And your customer will buy your products only if your if a product provides, either the product provides the customer when he's using the pen and using the product, he move away from the pen. And if he uses the product, he'll move to the pleasure. What then next step is what are the questions they are asking to move away from the pen and move towards the pleasure. We can find out by doing various Google searching, various websites such as Quora, Twitter.com, LinkedIn, and various other websites. Then moving on, now we have to interrupt the customers while with showing relevant ads. We can do this by throwing hooks in various domains, such as you consider a word where you have to market a product. So you have to identify the various regions where your dream customers can be present, such as communities, groups, different kind of forums such as LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, etc. To grab them, we need to throw various hooks like ads to get the customers from that blog, group, or website or funnel. Every page of that ad should have a hook story and an offer. Taking Facebook as an example, I'll show you this in real time. Is my screen easy?
Yes, please.
Yeah. So if I search here lace, as you can see, this is a lace main Facebook page. I'll scroll down here to the page transparency. If I click see all, you can see here there are various ads posted by this Facebook group. If I go to the ad library, I can see here one just a second, sorry. Yeah. So I can see all the ads posted by Lace company in the main Facebook page, and by which time it was active, for how much time it was active, and all that I can see here. So yeah, moving on with the presentation. You can see the latest as displayed by the Lace company. There are various online platforms to compare the ads of different Facebook pages. So we can use adbit.com. So yeah, we can spy on your computer's ad strategies. If, for example, suppose if I search airtel.in, so it will give me the various ads posted by the airtel.in company. It's loading. Let's go. Right. The network issues. So by the time it loads, I'll continue with the presentation. I'll get back to this. So another platform where you can compare ads is mention.com. Yeah, so yeah, you can see this is mention.com. You can compare ads posted by the company in various sources such as YouTube, Pinterest, TikTok, and so on. You can also create a report. I have searched for Bikaner Wala. So I can also create a report, which suppose I create a new report. I'll say as custom report will be on. I will write the report name as report 2. Description and will be create a report. If I so I can add new alerts such as I'll add Bikaner Wala. Add a thing such as I'll add number of days of activity. So I'll get the days of activity. The ads was present. So you can see this Tuesday was present for 13.6%, Wednesday 84.75%. We can also save the report. You can also download the report. Yeah. So moving on. So we saw what is digital marketing. We saw identifying and explore digital marketing strategies for food tech business. What are the different strategies for food tech business? We saw also Facebook ads and different websites to compare the ads. So these are the references. Any questions? Yeah, we can ask. And then thank you.
Okay, I hope you are done with it.
Yes, sir.
Are there any more presentations left, or is it?
One more presentation, sir.
Okay,
I'll do it
start
tomorrow.
with that. Okay, if you want, you can do it tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Okay, for this presentation, it was a really well done presentation, I would say. Okay, but work on your flow. Okay, see, when you are giving a presentation about digital marketing, see, your content was really good. Your
Yes, sir.
PPT was actually really well made. The content that you have put was also the website that you have mentioned. They are really important with respect to digital marketing. But have
Yes,
an
sir.
energy. Okay, have a flow. It will
Yeah.
turn out to be really great. Okay, so
Yes, sir.
work on your flow. Other
Yeah.
than that, it was a really well done presentation. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, okay, so we'll move on to next one. Okay, so is there anyone else that would like to give the presentation? Please raise your hand. If you want to give a presentation, please raise your hand. And if you are not right, if you can't do it right now, then tomorrow join at 10 a.m. 10 a.m. to 2:30. You guys can let me know. Divya, Sonone. Yeah, Divya. Yeah, please unmute. Hello. Okay, Shangameshwar. Hello, Shangameshwar. Okay, I'm giving you guys 10 seconds. If you are,
Hello, sir.
yeah, Divya, please start.
Sir, 1 minute I will share this.
Yeah, sure. Okay, Khan, I am. Yeah, what is your issue?
Sir, good evening, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, I am from the data solutions using Azure Group, and when I scheduled my presentation, I got a different kind of task using AWS, and I haven't worked on AWS.
Okay, no issue.
Apparently.
You can click on schedule task again. Okay, and if you get
Okay, sir.
scheduled task for the wrong task again, you can just let me know the topic. You will get score for the topic that you specify. Okay.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir. I'll reschedule it again and
Yeah.
join it. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So, someone was joined. Okay, Divya, please start. Turn your camera first.
Hello, sir. My name is Divya.
Oh, wait, turn your camera.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, you can continue.
My name is Divya. I am from Web Developer Group, and this is my first task on Doctor Search website. First we'll see the tools that I used to while creating the doctor search website. So first is Figma. Figma is used to design website design that how our website looks like. Then next is Locofy. Locofy is used is a code builder that is used to convert a design into a code. Then I will use a PHP to build a code for web services. Then in MySQL, I will create a database for doctors website. And last is Postman. It is used to test web service. This is my doctor search website design by using a Figma. I will design this. This is a code builder. By using a local file, I will design. I will convert a design into code by using this local file. And after that, I will create a database for doctors. This is a web services. By using a PHP language, I can build a web services code. And lastly, in this Postman, I will test the web services that how my website works properly or not. And this is my final website. Thank you.
Are you done? Hello, are you done?
Yes, sir.
Okay. See, it wasn't in depth. Okay. Try to more in-depth presentation from next time onward. See, when you are creating a full stack development presentation and you have created a project. So don't say that we have used Figma and Locofy MySQL. Say why you have used Figma, why you have used Locofy, why MySQL, and what was the process while creating them, what are the problems you have faced, how you have created, what are the pros and cons of your website, what are the pros and cons of your design itself. Okay, do more in-depth explanation on that part. Okay, other than that, also work on your project demonstration skills. When you are demonstrating your project, explain the elements that are there in your project, explain the design if you have created it. The design you have created yourself, you can certainly explain on that. Okay. And then when you have tools like Postman, which are testing tools, say why you have used Postman, why and what are the other alternative and why Postman is better than other alternatives, or what are some other alternatives that anyone can use other than Postman. Okay. So touch on those topics more and work on your presentation conclusion skills. Okay. Add reference and Q&A slides, and at the end, please try to add some kind of GitHub link or your email address. Okay. Okay. Then okay. Thank you, Divya. Then we'll move on to Sangameshwar. I hope your problem is solved. Yeah, Sangameshwar. Divya, you are free to leave if you want. See, I believe you are having a internet issue, Sangameshwar. Okay. And we don't have much time left now. It is already 8:45. So try joining tomorrow at 10 a.m. if possible. Solve your issue. And I believe you are also having some mic issue. See, your mic is not properly working. Try to fix that. Okay, let's see if your internet works. You will have it, else you can have it tomorrow. I'm giving you 20 seconds to fix.
Hello.
Yeah, hello, Somesh. See, fix your mic, okay, and fix your internet. You will have your presentation tomorrow. This is not acceptable, okay? Fix your internet and try to give more professional presentations. This is not how you should be doing your presentation, okay? Because if there is some internet issue, then it will be waste of time of yours and waste of time for me also. Fix your internet, join tomorrow, okay? Okay, so we'll stop here for the day. I believe all of them are done. Some should join tomorrow. Let me know timing on the WhatsApp. I will start the meeting, have your presentation. Okay. Okay. So thank you for joining. I'll be ready tomorrow.